The internet now has several IPL or intense pulse light devices for unwanted hair. Handheld, marketed as easy to use at every price point. Hundreds of reviews, people documenting their results, before and after reels. These devices have become one of those purchases that feel low risk because everyone seems to be doing it. But we dermatologists are quietly seeing a very different side of this trend. I see clients who come to me asking, Doctor, I got one. Why isn't it working? Or even more worrying questions like, Doctor, I used one and now I have these dark patches. What happened? Both problems come from the exact same scientific reason. It has to do with something the product listing will never tell you and has absolutely nothing to do with how carefully you use the device. In this episode of Down to Details, let's get into the physics of why and what it means specifically for Indian skin. IPL and clinical laser both work on the same principle, targeted heat. But the way they deliver that heat is where everything changes. Let me explain. The target is melanin, the dark pigment in your hair shaft and the hair bulb, the part of the follicle responsible for producing new hair. Light energy is absorbed by that melanin, converts to heat, and that heat disrupts the follicle's ability to grow hair. The key word is selective, and that selectivity is exactly where home devices start struggling. The goal is to damage the follicle without damaging the skin around it. And for that selectivity to work, the device needs to be able to distinguish between the darkness of your hair and the darkness of your skin. The bigger that contrast, dark hair against light skin, the more precisely the light finds its target, which works beautifully for some skin tones and very poorly for others. Here is what you need to understand. We classify skin tones on a scale called the Fitzpatrick scale, starting from type 1, which is very light, to type 6, very dark. The majority of Indians fall within types 4 and type 5. Naturally brown skin. The contrast between hair and skin is very small. So consumer IPL devices emit a broad spectrum of light, not a single precise wavelength, but a wide range. Think of it like using a floodlight instead of a laser pointer, which means the device is even less capable of targeting selectively. When you fire it on darker skin, the light doesn't clearly discriminate between the melanin in the hair follicle and the melanin in the skin surface. It hits both. And that is where the two most common problems begin. Problem number 1, effectiveness drops. A significant portion of the light energy is absorbed at the surface before it even reaches the follicular depth. The follicle gets less energy than it needs. Hair growth is suppressed temporarily, so many people feel like the device works at first, and then the hair slowly returns. But the follicle is not destroyed, so the hair comes back. Problem number 2, and this is the one we worry about. There is a real risk of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. The surface melanocytes, the cells that produce melanin in your skin, are stimulated by the heat. They produce more melanin in response, and you end up with dark patches in the treated area. And once pigmentation starts, repeated use of the device can make it progressively darker. This is a predictable outcome of using a technology that was developed primarily for Fitzpatrick 1 to 3 skin on Fitzpatrick 4 and 5. Now, compare that with technology actually designed for darker skin. Let's understand the working of a clinical Nd:YAG laser specifically developed for darker skin tones, which is most of us Indians. The wavelength allows the device to target the hair follicle without affecting the skin around it, even among people with darker skin tone. Same goal, very different result, because precision changes everything. This is why the distinction matters. It is not about the price of the device. A 50,000 rupees home device can still underperform if the physics is wrong for your skin. It's about whether the technology is built for your skin in the first place. A clinical session with right laser will always outperform an expensive home device that is working against your skin's biology. If you have Fitzpatrick 4 or 5 skin and you've been using a home IPL device, you are likely in one of these two scenarios. Scenario 1. You've done multiple sessions, but the hair keeps coming back. So many people think they just need more sessions. You're probably not doing anything wrong. The device is just designed for skin that's different from yours. Now, scenario number 2. If you notice patchy darkening in the treated areas, it is likely the start of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, the earliest sign that your skin is reacting. I recommend that you stop using the device because it will only make it worse. It is treatable but takes time and you need multiple sessions of laser toning for it to fade away. There is one more situation I want to address separately because it is often overlooked and it surprises most people. If you have PCOS or any other hormonal condition involving elevated androgens, IPL is likely to underperform regardless of your skin tone. Because now the issue is not the follicle but the hormonal imbalance in the body. Increased androgens shorten the hair growth cycle, which means more follicles are active at any given time than in the normal hormonal cycle. IPL can only affect follicles that are in the active growth phase at the moment of treatment. The rest simply regrow. You can do everything correctly and still see poor results because the hormonal stimulus is constantly overriding what the device can achieve. This needs to be managed at the hormonal level, not just the follicle level. A home device cannot achieve that. So, Dermat or DIY for unwanted hair. If you have fair skin and dark hair and you are using IPL for maintenance, it can be a reasonable option. The physics works better for you. But if you have a darker skin tone, like Fitzpatrick 4 or 5, a skin assessment with us will tell you whether you are a candidate, what your skin's specific response is likely to be, and what the right protocol looks like. Those 15 minutes will tell you more than any product listing ever will. And your skin type determines the outcome much before the first session. Now that you know what your skin actually needs, you can save all the trial and error and make the right call, whether that's putting down the device or booking a skin assessment to understand exactly what will work for you. The link is in the description.